Demon Slayer is only an average anime, and it has many weaknesses that allow me to say that it is impossible to reach the level of One Piece or Hunter or any other great anime. 4 reasons that make me confidently say that Demon Slayer contains a lot of trash, but at the same time, I still love watching episodes of Demon Slayer. But why? Even though I and many anime fans see that Demon Slayer contains a lot of trash, we still love watching it and are excited about every episode. If you think the story of a Demon Slayer is incredible, I don't know what to say to you. The 2 most important questions in this video are, what are the 4 reasons that made me say all that, and why I still love watching Demon Slayer? Reason 1. The problem with breathing. My main problem with the breathing techniques in the series lies in their lack of differentiation. While each style stands out visually, the way they work is quite similar. In terms of functionality, most breathing styles are essentially the same. If you develop different forms of the same ability, there should be different strengths and weaknesses for each. For example, thunder breathing is technically faster, but in reality, each breathing style offers the same or similar capabilities, so functionally, they are identical. If you disagree, then explain the difference between the following attacks: sound breathing, 4th form, water breathing, 4th form, and animal breathing, 5th bang. The fact is that there is no difference. They all involve multiple blows in different directions, and are not really different except for their visual presentation. This lack of variety is a common theme for all breathing styles. They all have similarities in their attacks. Let us say you were designing a game. You designed different classes for players to choose from, with each class being assigned the main role of tank, healer, or damage dealer. Even within the same role, there should be differences between classes. For example, one damage dealer class may specialize in crowd control, while another focuses on single target damage. Similarly, there should be differences between tank classes, such as one class that excels at absorbing damage and another that can mitigate it. These different strengths would lead to different play styles. If every class worked exactly the same, it would lead to a game similar to Demon Slayer. In such a scenario, it would be pointless to choose different classes, as each class would offer the player the same experience, so the choice between classes would be insignificant. Characters.
Tanjiro is a very good boy.
That's pretty much his entire character. The upper moons are mostly silly, except for 1 or 2 demons. For an anime to be great, it must have great memorable characters, not just the hero of the story, but also the villains. I will not deny that there are good characters, but not great. But at the same time, there are a lot of bad characters. But let me focus on the main character now, Tanjiro.
My problem with Tanjiro is that he has no weaknesses. He's like God or like a messenger sent by God. Even his flaws are good things, like Tanjiro's biggest flaw is that his heart is pure. Really?
To write a great character, the character must have complex principles, and that character must be deep. For example, Thorfinn, Eren, or Luffy. Yes, Luffy seems stupid, but inside he has a deep philosophy. Just listen to what Luffy says in this clip.
ヒーローってなんだか分かってんのか？例えば肉があるだろ？海賊は肉で宴をやるけど、ヒーローは肉を人に分け与えるやつのことだ。俺は肉を食いたい!
Even the upper demons, not the villains, can be respected. Even the past of these demons does not appear at first sight. It appears seconds before their death. So, how am I supposed to understand a character's motives if they do not show me their past, and even the character's past is not that good? Just look at the Naruto villains like Madara, Obito, Pain, and Itachi. They are all people who force you to respect their motives, even if their actions are evil, but their motives are respected. There will be no simple characters. That creates an easy drama, and that leads me to the second reason. Before I tell you my reasons for saying that Demon Slayer is a good anime and will not be a great anime, I want you to tell me your reasons in the comments. And if you disagree with me and think that Demon Slayer is a great anime, tell me in the comments because I will have a lot to tell you in the comments. Reason 3. Drama. To be honest from the start, the drama in Demon Slayer is good, but it did not make me cry. I am one of those people who find it hard to cry, but some anime has made me cry. But in Demon Slayer from the beginning, the drama was wonderful. But after that, it became too repetitive. The same things happen every season. Tanjiro trains, then he fights a demon with one of the Hashira. Then he's about to die, cries, and then something happens. Then he survives. They have repeated this theme more than once, again and again and again. I did not affect anything that happened, because I knew what was going to happen at the end. Look at JJK, everything is shocking, and everyone is at risk of death at any moment. Reason 4. The story. The story of a demon slayer is a recurring cliché. About the power of friendship, a great power that suddenly comes out of nowhere, and I hate these things a lot. I know manga writers love the power of friendship a lot, and that's present in most anime. But when the entire story revolves around the power of friendship, I really hate it. In One Piece or Naruto, many stories talk about the power of friendship, but at the same time, the story is not based on the power of friendship. For example, in One Piece there are many secrets and mysteries and the power of friendship, but at the same time, the power of friendship isn't at the center of the story. But in Demon Slayer, it's about how to overcome the demon, after the hero and his friends work together against the demon, are always defeated at first, and suddenly they remember a difficult past, and then the power of friendship works, and they become stronger. The constant repetition of the theme of the power of friendship in every battle makes me hate the power of friendship a lot. Yes, the power of friendship is very present in the anime world, but there are always other factors that make up the balance of power. Like in Hunter, there is Nen. In One Piece, there is Devil Fruit and Haki. This adds a lot of variety to the fights and allows the author to end the fight in a creative way without needing too much friendship power. But in Demon Slayer, fighting techniques are slow to develop, and they always mask the power of friendship. Guys, you may not know how difficult it is to create content, and since I don't do anything to make money, I focus all my energy on creating content about movies, cinema, and anime, about things I have a passion for. I want my life to revolve around these things, but money remains the problem. So if you like the video, that means a lot to me. But if you subscribe, that means I will be happy until the end of the day. As one of the best-selling manga in history, it is ranked 9th, achieving more sales than Hunter, Attack on Titan, Bleach, and Jujutsu Kaisen, with more than 150 million copies sold. And despite all this success, I still believe that the Demon Slayer is an average anime, and that it will not become a great anime no matter what it does. When the Demon Slayer anime ends, it will be forgotten in the sands of time. But the most important question now is, how did it achieve this success? Why do people love this anime? If you hate this anime, you should listen to everything I am about to say. The writer of the Demon Slayer manga, Gotouge, which knew how to understand the psychology of anime fans. I think she sat with herself and said to herself, I want to make an anime that will have great success, with a simple story, simple characters, and a simple world. But what is the path? After careful consideration, she came up with a great idea that could be a hit without the need for a great manga. It's about understanding the psychology of the fans. Gotouge was able to understand that anime fans are divided into two types. The first type, who wants a wonderful story and a strong plot that makes his brain explode, and the second type, who just wants to turn off his mind and enjoy the fight scenes in the comedy. Therefore, Gotouge focused on appealing to the second type and fulfilling all their desires, and thus achieved great success with a simple story and a simple hero. I am one of those people who belong to both types. Sometimes I prefer anime with a great story, lots of episodes, and shocking events like One Piece. And sometimes, when I come back from work, I just want to sit in front of the TV and watch great fight scenes and some comedy. Demon Slayer managed to mix drama with fighting and comedy, even if it was not the best, but it was fun. I can forget all the problems of my day and enjoy watching Tanjiro cry, then fight, then come back and cry again, then fight, then he cries again. The story of Demon Slayer is a training and a fight, then a training and a fight, and they repeat that for 200 chapters. Yes, there are some good things in the story, but they are few, like the past of Tanjiro's family and the story of Muzan. I do not deny that there are some wonderful things in the anime, but they are few. So I love Demon Slayer, but it's not at the top of my list of favorite anime, but it remains enjoyable. Ultimately, Demon Slayer's biggest problem is its lack of focus. Demon Slayer wants to overload you with useless information instead of delving into the things that matter. It wants you to believe that demons aren't inherently evil, but it doesn't want to do anything with that premise. It wants you to believe that sun breathing is the most powerful form of breathing, but it doesn't give a cogent explanation as to why. Many of the answers to the questions I ask in this video can be answered by saying, because Gotouge said so. Gotouge does not take the time to elaborate on any of these ideas because he is not concentrating properly. But at the same time, I will not deny that I love Demon Slayer and that I am excited when the episode comes out. But my love for it does not mean it's perfect. There are plenty of flaws in Demon Slayer, but it remains a good anime. If I were to rate it, I would give it 7 out of 10. Peace.